Okay, I'd like to start, please. It's 5:01 for those who are paying attention. I'd like to call this meeting of House Rules to order. And the first order of business tonight will be the calling of the roll.
Chairman J. Cordesi.
Here.
First Vice Chair Stephen Ucci.
Here.
Second Vice Chairman William O'Brien.
Here.
Representative Samuel Azanaro.
Here.
Representative Julie Casimiro.
Present.
Representative Michael Chippendale.
Present.
Representative Grace Diaz.
Present.
Representative Brian Patrick Kennedy.
Present.
Representative Alex Mazurkowski. Representative Joseph McNamara.
Here.
Representative Christopher Millay. Representative Brian Newberry.
Here.
Representative Robert D. Phillips.
Present.
Representative Patricia Serba.
Here.
Representative Scott Slater.
Here.
Representative Camille Bella Wilkinson.
Here.
And Representative Anastasia Williams.
Present.
And Representative Wayne Phillips.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. First, some housekeeping. You have before you House 5037 Substitute A. So the first piece of housekeeping is to indefinitely. I'm looking for a motion to indefinitely postpone House Resolution 5037 and put in its place House 5037 Substitute A. Motion made by Representative O'Brien, seconded by Representatives Diaz and Ubel. Also, with regard to some housekeeping, we'll take a vote on that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Also, a little bit of housekeeping. At the end of the last meeting, I made sure that there were individuals who had sent emails in expressing their opinions and their perspectives on the rules. I received 4 more since then, basically supporting the 4 major changes that were discussed the other night. One is from Jonathan Daly LaBelle, which I think he was here that night. Marjorie Murphy, I did not have a town or city for her. Richard Adams from Middletown, Rhode Island. And last but not least, I did get a copy of a letter from Phil West, telling our own Chairman McNamara how comfortable he felt the other night and appreciating the conversation and the discourse. Before you have House 5027 Substitute A. The Substitute A that you have in front of you has some changes from the bill that was presented 2 nights ago. I'm going to briefly discuss the salient changes of those. I'm going to discuss the salient changes of the sub-A as opposed to the bill from the other night, and then I'm going to be asking for a motion to pass, and then we'll have discussion. Date changes for 2019, April 11, 2019, the 40th legislative day. May 14, 2019 is the 50th legislative day. On page 3, adding the provision regarding the reading resolutions, I believe this was from Representative Robert Jacott. Whenever a member has requested that the text of a resolution be read into the House Journal, the Speaker may, at his or her discretion, comply with the request and have the resolution read either during a recess, while the House is at ease, or following adjournment. The decorum of the House shall be maintained throughout the requested resolution reading. Pages 4 to 5, additions to standing committees, Committee on Conduct, Committee on Special Legislation, that hasn't changed from the other night. Pages 9 through 10, sub-A posting requirement. Any proposed committee amendment to a bill in a substitute amended bill format shall be posted in print and electronically by the chair of the committee, hearing the bill at least 24 hours prior to its committee consideration. Such posting shall be made electronically on the legislative data bulletin board. The chair of the committee may waive the 24-hour posting requirement if she deems the proposed amendment either technical, grammatical, or not substantive or substantial in nature. This provision shall not apply to the budget bill. And pages 23 to 24, there were some changes made regarding sexual harassment and discrimination prohibited. Since House members are not employees, this rule is being implemented to explicitly prohibit sexual harassment within the House of Representatives. To further the policy of the House to promote a workplace free of hostility and office of compliance will be created to handle these matters. We will be developing policy which will address the reporting of complaints, which will make provisions for an informal complaint and or formal complaint process. The policy will further delineate the investigatory process along with provisions regarding findings of fact and recommendations within the investigatory report. It will further delineate the review to be taken by the Committee on Conduct, the hearing process if and when one is necessary, and any additional steps prior to a recommendation being forwarded to the House. Obviously, this is something that has not been done capriciously and has a great deal of thought and work behind it. I will entertain a motion to pass 5037 sub A.
So moved.
By Representative Azzanaro, seconded by?
Second.
First Vice Chairman Stephen Ucci. Discussion on the motion.
Briefly, Chairman.
Lena Filippi, and my apologies for not getting you an appropriate seat.
It's a popular committee tonight. I won't be supporting this, but I do want to note the changes to the sub-A process. I think it's a substantial change. I think it makes a lot of sense. If you remember from our floor debate 2 years ago, the Republicans have put in a similar floor amendment to this, and it didn't succeed. But sometimes good ideas take time, and I'm very happy for the hard work of the Commission to make this substantial change to the way we do sub-As. I think it will go a long way in reinforcing the public faith in our body. So I just want to state for the record and thank the committee.
Any other discussion before we take a roll? All right, Clerk? If you can call the roll, please.
Chairman Gracie.
Yes.
First Chairman Stephen Ucci.
Yes.
Second Vice Chair William O'Brien.
Yes.
Representative Samuel Aguinaldo.
Yes.
Representative Julie A. Casamaro.
Yes.
Representative Michael Chippendale.
Nay.
Representative Grace Diaz.
Yes.
Representative Brian Patrick Kennedy.
Yes.
Representative Alex Mazalkowski. Representative Joseph McNamara.
Yes.
Representative Christopher T. Murray.
Yes.
Representative Brian Newberry.
No.
Representative Robert B. Phillips.
Yes.
Representative Patricia Circa.
Yes.
Representative Scott Slater.
Yes.
Representative Camille Wilkinson.
Yes.
Representative Anastasia Williams.
C.
Representative Blake Philippi.
No.
14 in favor, 3 nay.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Before I call for an adjournment, any other bills that will be submitted to House rules will be heard in the not too distant future. I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
By Representatives Ucci and O'Brien, seconded by Representative Bella Wilkinson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?